Welcome everyone. Today I'll be showing us how to make a pin cushion, wrist pin cushion. See, you can easily take your pin from the magnetic stand. I find that at the long run, this magnet always makes the pin rust, like it won't be so good again. So, but this pin cushion makes your pin sit perfectly. You don't hold it with your mouth. This is not safe. Most tailors hold this with their mouth. It is not safe, guys. This is not safe. It is not. So to avoid accidents while making your dress, you can easily make this. I have a pieces of cloth. Majorly, cotton is easier. You can easily use cotton because once you take pin and pinch on it, it penetrates. But if you have crepe, fine, you can go for other materials, but I prefer cotton, using a cotton material to do it because the pin can easily go inside the foam. Now the materials are your 1 inch elastic, tailor's chalk, of course your tailor, your ruler, sorry to say, cotton wool. If you don't have this, no problem. Let me get this. You can always go with foam. This is easily accepted. This one I made was with this. But if you have this, if you can have access to this, is equally okay. Now my fabric, this is the leftover fabric I used. That is remaining from the dress I made. This is just a piece of fabric. So of course your scissors. You can make this like this without even the carton. This you can have a cover of a container or anything, but this I just want to use it to beautify so that it will sit flatly on the armband. And the armband I made is very loose, guys. It's very loose. I don't want something that I'll feel it will be giving me discomfort while making dress. You see, very loose, very loose. If you want it at very tight, is your choice. If you want it loose, is your choice as well. You can equally open it and tie. Anyone, just be creative. Just be creative, okay? So these are all we have. But now I made this with this foam. Now I'm trying out with this cotton wool, okay? All right. I think majorly you can use your hand. Everything can be sewn with hand and hand needle. But if you want it to be so elite and bespoke, just like they say, you can use your machine. Okay, thank you. Now let's start. So guys, first step is to note your front and back. Then you can use anything, no matter how big. You can do it as big as any. Just let your imagination go wild. Then you have your circle. Once you cut out your circle, this is the circle. The circle, there is no particular measurement. Depend on how big you want it to be. You trim it. You can as well use something, any circular thing you want, you are okay with. You can use it to do it. Then you can go to your machine and sew a gathers so that you can gather the round measurement. I want to use my needle and thread to do it. Okay, all right, let's see. As you can see, it's already forming a bag, and yeah, I'm not even through. It's already forming a bag that can house the cotton wool. Okay, so guys, I'm done with stitching it with the needle, hand needle. This is how it is. So I have to turn it to the right side, turn it to the right side. So this is how it will look like at the end. So now I have to stuff it or fill it with the cotton wool. This cotton wool, there is no standard amount. Once it reaches the fullness, you want, you can stop, you know. Okay, I'm done stuffing. The once you stuff, you check and make sure it is well rounded. See, make sure it is well rounded. So this is what you have. This is the front. This is how it will look like. You know why I like doing these gathers is that it gives a neat finishing at the edge. You see, very neat finishing. But the first one I made, it wasn't that way because this fabric is this fabric is crepe. So most times walking around crepe can be difficult depending if it is thick or thin, light crepe. So once I'm through, I have to measure my wrist, take my tape and measure my round wrist. What I have here is 7. You see, 7. This is 7. So you measure out your 7 here and cut it out. You can add half inch for joining allowance at the both edge of the band. Now this band you have to measure twice. If you have 14 as your round wrist, you have to measure twice of that. See, this is 14. Is even more than. Why? Is because this is the one I already made. You know, it has to have this ruffled effect on the elastic. So you sew it at the wrong side and turn it. When you turn it, you now use your pin to take this inside it so that you have this effect, this round effect. And I think after that you have to sew it this way. So your pin cushion is ready. I would have used this, you know, for those who still don't want this, maybe you want to be creative, you can get your gum. The gum I have, I used it before, but I think air made it stiff, so I couldn't use the carton again. You can use any material of your choice, so long as it's covering. You use your gum to finish out these edges and it will come out this way. So you have to use this and put here. You see how it is. You see how it is. Then you put it on. That's all. But since there is no gum for me to do this craft, well, I have to scrap this. So I'm doing only this. So when I am done with turning this, putting this one, then I'll show you how I joined both together. Okay, so let me do that. So I'm done turning it. I have to now use the elastic and infuse it inside the band. Okay, I'm done. So I pinned it here. You can see I pinned it the edge there, and I also pin here. You see the value or the essence of having this. So instead of pinning, having all pins clustering in my mouth, which I can swallow, you know, there are hazard can come at any time or in any form. So this is better. You have to do it here. You can hand stitch as well, or you go over to your machine. If you don't have machine, don't bother. This is really, you can use your hand needle. This elastic 1 yard, I think 1 yard is I think 100 naira. You can have your foam. Even if you don't have cotton, please don't pieces this, please. Just get your fabric. Once you are done like this, you reshape it. You can reshape it by doing this till it is rounded. Once you reshape it and reshape till it is rounded to the amount that is okay for your fabric, you have used your hand needle to do it, you gather it inside. I prefer this than the pieces one. This pieces one is useless to me because there are space or gaps in between these pieces. But if you have this as a hole inside it, it's very very good. It's better. It's better. Like this one I've done. See, you have your needle. See, I've already put 2 needle inside. So it's very easy and simple to do. Once I've done sewing it and joining these two, you see, I now have this. So the next thing I'm going to do is use my hand to tag this and here together, and you have yourself a hand cushion. Okay, so it's very simple. Let me do it and show us the finished work. Okay, you can use any fabric of your choice. You can go for flashy fabric. You can as well. This thing is sold. All these online vendors, they sell this thing 1,000 naira. This is Nigeria. I don't know how much they will be selling it in your area, but this is very costly, you know. And you can also transport yourself to and fro or pay for delivery or way bill, but you can save yourself the stress. You can as well, I think you can as well have so much pieces of clothes inside the this thing. I think it also works. So we are now in do it yourself era, where you can easily source out some things that are easily with materials available to you. So let me do it and show us the finished work. Okay, I'm done joining them. So now I have to join this here. You see it? This is my pin. Pick a fabric. This is how you do it till it is perfectly seated. Once it is perfectly seated, then you can put it on your wrist. Okay guys, this is the final look. This is the final result. See, I tacked it to the band. I used my hand needle to tack it. So this is what we have here. So that's it. So guys, this is it. Sitting pretty. Do you see? So you can just be doing your draping, your, don't know, whatever you want to use the pin for. So instead of having clusters of pin on your palm, you can easily put all of them here. It's safe, guys. It's safe. The need for this pin cushion cannot be overemphasized. It's very, very safe, and at least it will eliminate rusting. You see, this pin now is that's the effect of the magnet. So, and most times if you want to pin it to your dress, it gives this brown effect, brown not effect, brown dirt on your fabric. So this is it, guys. Voila, you see, neat, very neat. So see you guys on our next class. It's still your tutor, fashion tutor, Lush Stitches, Lush Perfect Stitches. Thank you guys, bye.